Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my Sephora sale haul. It finally got to me. I always have that bad luck where I have one thing in my main package that ships from BC and it just takes forever to get to Ontario. I honestly thought that this was going to be one of the fastest I got things, but then the shipping just changed and I'm like, oh yeah, something's coming from BC. I'm gonna have to wait. So apologies that I couldn't get this up within the sale time because ideally that's what I want to do every year, but it came after and we got everything now. I placed, I want to say 3 or 4 orders this time, but this was the big package and I got a ton of stuff to go through. So we have skincare, makeup, hair care, fragrance. We got it all in this video and I did get more things than I shared in my wish list. So there's some things, if you didn't see that video, that will come as a surprise because that's how the sale is. I'm like, oh, I need this, and I see everyone's videos and I'm like, well, I didn't pick up that. Do I need it? Because there was a few items that were like that I just kind of added in for my last orders. So without further ado, make yourself comfy because this is going to take a while to go through. We have it all in here. Looking at everything, I don't even know where to start. So let's go ahead and start with some of the last things I threw in to my order. This thing I personally would buy regardless of there being a sale because this is a really good deal as is and I really wanted to try out this brand. I've never tried it before, but I've heard good things. So this is the Glow Recipe Fruit Babies Bestsellers Kit. It has 5 deluxe samples of their best-selling products in here. And I've recently started to use this and I've personally noticed a difference in my skin. And what I really like about the Glow Recipe philosophy is that they have a more gentle approach to the skin and you'll see results. Maybe it will take a little bit longer, but it's more gentle on the skin, which I honestly need. I have very, very sensitive skin and oftentimes I can't test out too much skincare, but I've tried out everything but the Glow Sleeping Mask in here and it has worked beautifully on my skin so far. So my skin has been eating this up. I've had 0 irritation, but I'm still a little bit hesitant to test out the sleeping mask, but I'll probably do that during the week when I'm not filming or whatnot. This was a really good deal, and if you are curious to try out the brand Glow Recipe, this is a great place to start, I think, because it has decent sized sample sizes of their bestsellers in here. So I thought it was a really good deal. And I think it's back in stock now, but it did sell out just after I picked it up. But this was one of the last things I threw into my sale haul. And then also at the end of the sale, I think I blacked out because I bought even more Glow Recipe products, but the full sizes. So anyways, this wasn't even on my wish list, but this became something I wanted at the end of the sale. So I did pick up the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. And I feel like a lot of people are talking about these right now. I really love that they use glass packaging, which is better to recycle than plastic for their products. And this is really great to give you a glow to the skin. Niacinamide is so good for your skin. There's other products that have niacinamide in it that are much cheaper than this, but I like how this has that pink kind of radiance to it. So it's really great underneath makeup. It's one of those things that I have noticed a difference in my skin when using this because it gives me that initial sort of brightening quality, but it also will have the long-term effects that I am looking for. So I have tried this and really like it. And then my number one thing that I purchased, I saw instant results with this. And this is the Glow Recipe Avocado Ceramide Recovery Serum. So again, has that glass packaging, but this has a green serum in it. Because it's green, it does have that instant canceling of redness. But for me, I put this on at night, and when I woke up in the morning, I looked in the mirror, and I forgot I had used this product, quite honestly. But I looked in the mirror, and I'm like, what is going on with my skin? Like, it was the most clear that I've seen my skin before, and just having all of that redness kind of toned down, I couldn't believe how good my skin looks. So this is my number one, like I saw instant the next day results with this. And it also did something for the texture I have at the side of my face. I have 2 patches on either side of my face that I've never been able to get rid of. And this, it diminished it significantly. I thought it was gone on the one side, but it's not gone completely. It's just diminished, and my skin is more plump, so it doesn't look so rough. I don't even know if this does any kind of retexturizing or resurfacing in this product, but I did notice a significant difference in my texture using this. Not only the redness, but it was texture for me, which I don't think this claims. I'll have to look into it, but it really did a great job at just calming my skin, because that's what it's for. If you have sensitive or red skin, I highly recommend checking this out. It honestly blew me away the first time I tried it. So that is forever in my skincare routine now. And then the last thing I picked up from Glow Recipe is the Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream. And this has AHAs in it, and it's supposed to help smooth your skin, hydrate your skin. And this is what the packaging looks like. So I'm already down to here. I've had about 4 or 5 full body applications with it so far. And this is another product that I truly notice a difference in my skin. Like, it's so smooth, and especially my hands, because I've been using this to apply. I feel like I don't have any fingertips. That's how smooth they are. They almost feel too smooth because of this product. So I have been thoroughly enjoying it. It's great for an all over body moisturizer, and I wanted to get something like this to really put in the effort of moisturizing my body after a shower, because I am notoriously bad for that. And then I complain about dry skin, but I don't moisturize it. So make it make sense for me. So I have decided to purchase a couple creams that I really like the smell of, help me make it a priority to moisturize my body. And this is one of the ones that I absolutely love. Probably my favorite one of the couple that I picked up is this one right here. And then the other body cream that also has AHAs in it, and this also has vitamin C, that I picked up during the sale is the new one from Sol de Janeiro, and it's their Balm Dia Bright Cream. Looks like this. I just got the small size to start off because I was so curious to smell it. I know a bunch of you told me that the US had a sample that you could smell, but they didn't have that in Canada, because I was waiting to add that code to my cart just at a random purchase prior to the sale, but they didn't have it. So I ended up picking up the small one just because I was so curious to smell it. And as soon as I open this, this is instant Givenchy Haute Couture vibes to me. If you're familiar with that fragrance, I have the Eau de Toilette. This smells exactly like Givenchy Haute Couture to me. That is such a good thing. A light vanilla floral type of scent. Very light. Like, if you smelt this compared to Givenchy Haute Couture, this is a lighter version of even the Toilette. And that's what I smell in here. And it is incredible because that's one of my favorite fragrances. A signature scent of mine is that fragrance. And I pretty much smell that exact same thing in this cream. So if you have Givenchy Haute Couture, you will love this cream just based on smell. And if you have this already and have the Haute Couture, I want you to go smell both of them and tell me that this doesn't smell like that perfume, because 100% it does. It was like an instant scent memory when I opened that. And then I bought a repurchase of the INKEY List Oat Cleansing Balm. I'm almost done my other one. This is just great as an in-shower cleanser for me, because I do like balms, but all of my other cleansing balms are in pots, which I find inconvenient for the shower because water can get in there. So this honestly is the best thing for in the shower, because I like to double cleanse. I always take a shower at night. So if I have a full face of makeup on, I like to do it in the shower. So then I use this in the shower, and it's just great because no water is going to get inside of it. It's good for sensitive skin, and it's really effective at breaking down your makeup and removing it. But I always follow this with another cleanser after, because I don't use cleansing balms on their own. I always follow it with a traditional cleanser after. That's how I double cleanse my face. But the INKEY List is really affordable if you have not checked out their brand before. I think this was only $12.99, and then with the 20% off, it was really, really affordable. And then I also decided to pick up a new sunscreen. I heard really good things about SUPERGOOP, so I picked up their Unseen sunscreen. I couldn't decide between this one or the Glow one, but I decided to go with the Unseen because I like a sunscreen that doesn't have any cast to it or alters the color of my skin. And this has an SPF of 40. It's water resistant for 40 minutes, and there's 50 milliliters of lotion in here. This is what the package looks like. It is pretty small. I've heard really great things about it. Let's SPF my hand, considering I have AHA'd my entire body and need the sunscreen. Definitely clear, which is fantastic. Oh yeah. Feels like it would be really good also if you're using this underneath makeup because it has that super smooth, silky quality to it. Your makeup's just gonna glide on. That feels really nice. And definitely unseen, like no cast whatsoever. I think that's the last of the skincare. And then this product I've pretty much seen in every single person's Sephora haul. It is the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. And I got the shade 11 because it matched 290, which is my foundation shade in Fenty. And I picked this up knowing that I haven't really had great success with the Fenty Complexion. I've personally loved their first foundation launch, which was a matte foundation, but it broke me out. Then the hydrating one looked dry on my skin, which was strange. Then the powder foundation, I had a severe allergic reaction to. And then this one, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna give it a chance. I did like the first one, it just broke me out. And then this one seemed right up my alley because it's a light to medium coverage. And it just looked really beautiful on people I've seen use it. And it's supposed to have a blurring effect to the skin with a little bit of tint. And I have since used this. Haven't broke out, looked great on my skin, wore well. I have to say this is by far my favorite complexion product that Fenty has done yet. So this one works really well for my skin. I heard it was either a love-hate sort of thing with this. Some people really loved it, some people didn't. I love this. It's personally my favorite complexion that Fenty has done to date. And it does build up to a nice medium. I was worried it would be a little too light of coverage for my personal preference, but it does have a nice medium coverage, which is my preferred coverage. That is the shade on my hand. Blends in really nicely. I don't notice too much of a blurring effect, but it does blend into the skin really well, and it has a good lasting power on it. So I have been super happy with this so far, but I do plan on using this in my next either trying new makeup or I'm just going to strictly do a Sephora try-on haul. So let me know what you want to see. If you want just these products tried on or if I can throw in other things, let me know in the comments what you want to see. Then I've been really into cream blushes and I wanted to try the formula from Melt Cosmetics. And I picked up the shade Honey Thief, which looks like this beautiful creamsicle color blush. Packaging's nice and sleek, super simple. And this is what the color looks like. As I said, just that really beautiful creamsicle color blush. Very emollient when you touch it. And this is really easy to build up and blend into the skin. It's a really incredible formula. I love how thin it is and how easy it is to blend because I did try it on my skin with the Fenty Skin Tint and it built really nicely. Even on a set face, I found this worked really well. So just first impression of this was good and I definitely want to check out more colors, but Honey Thief was the color I knew for sure that I wanted. I'm a little late to the game on this, but now is the time for me to pick it up. It's the Gucci Bronzing Powder. And I ended up going with the shade 3. I was kind of bouncing around between 4 and 3, but I ended up going with 3 just because some people were saying it was a little too red, number 4. But I do like a red tone, so maybe I'd like that one too. But it comes with its own nice sleeve. Super fancy. I love the packaging so much. I wanted to pick up the powder too, but I talked myself out of it near the end of the sale. I'm like, no, you don't need another powder. But I did get the bronzer, and I do really like the color. I'm happy I went with shade 3. You can see it just a little bit right over here. The blush is there blended in, but it does blend in really nicely to my skin tone, so you can hardly see it, which is really nice. It just gives a beautiful natural glow to my skin with a little bit of color, but that's what I like. Is that sort of tone. So it was the perfect color for me, not too dark, not too light, just kind of blends in really nicely. My friend Stephanie, Babs Beauty, you guys know her, she kept talking about this mascara and I was teasing her because I'm like, this is so poorly rated on Sephora. I was shocked she said she liked it, but she says this is really good and it's the Morphe Volumizing Mascara, Make It Big. So I just got the mini to try just to let her know how I like it, even though I was kind of teasing her that it was so poorly rated. I did try it the other day. Has a nice brush. People were saying it was too goopy, but honestly, I didn't have that experience when I tried it out. And it has really nice long bristles on it to really capture your lashes. And it has the hourglass shaped brush, which you guys know is my preferred type of brush. And it was really good. It didn't flake. smudge, smear, anything like that on my lashes, but I'm going to show you guys this in a trying new makeup or just strictly a Sephora try-on haul, how this looks like on my lashes. So it wasn't too pricey, the MORPHE mascara, and it did work on my lashes. So Stephanie, it is a good mascara. You're right. And then I picked up a mini also of the Rare Beauty Always an Optimist Pore Diffusing Primer. So this is the new primer from Rare Beauty. I really like the illuminating primer, and I did find it had sort of a smoothing effect to it as well. So I was surprised that they were coming out with strictly a pore primer, but I did get the mini because when there's a mini available, I usually go that route now. It's a dimethicone based primer, so it kind of gives that sort of slip and blur. The blur is the mattifying dimethicone quality to it. So if you're familiar with dimethicone primers, like it very noticeably smooths out my skin, like on my hand, very noticeably does that. But if I were to choose between this and the illuminating one, I would still purchase the illuminating one over this, because I do find, even though that has the illuminating qualities to it, it doesn't emphasize my pores, and it does give me a smoothness to my skin, which is rare. Rare Beauty. Oh, dumb jokes. It is rare in a primer to find something that's illuminating but doesn't highlight pores. I do like this. I'm going to get used out of it. Glad I got the mini, but I still would repurchase the illuminating one, the first one, over this one for me. Then you would have seen this in my recent trying new makeup. This is one of the things that I picked up prior to the sale. So you'll see a couple things coming up, but I still have more from the sale. This is never ending, I'm telling you. So this is the Patrick Ta for Face Cream Bronzing Duo. So it does have a contour and a bronzer in it. Got the medium shade in She's Sculpted. When I first tried this out, I know this is supposed to be a contour because I had some people saying that this was supposed to be a contour on my channel. Me referring to the color of this was not that it was a contour color. It's because it's really pink tone on my skin. So that's why I didn't like it, because I do like contour on my skin, like a nice gray tone, but this pulled pink gray, which I didn't like for my cheekbones, but it does work topped with this bronzer right here. So it has a nice warm bronzer to complement it. But for me personally, I couldn't use this color alone, and I probably couldn't use this alone either, just because it's so light on my skin. I would need something a little bit darker for the bronzer. The contour is fine, but if I were to use these separately, they would need to be a little bit different. And that's what I was trying to say in that video. I don't dislike this. It's just I can't use the products separately. And he did intend these to be used together, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm happy I have it, but I wouldn't repurchase it just because I do like products that are more multi-use. And that's my only complaint about it. I don't think it's bad. I think I came across a little bit, I don't know. I just think people didn't understand what I was getting at when I was talking about this, because people love this product, but I would just like it more if I could use the products separately. It's not like I dislike it. I do like it. Happy I got it. I always try and find things to make it better for me, you know? So that was my only little issue with that I wanted to talk about and just clarify in this video. And then I ended up getting the Huda Beauty Face Sculpt in Shade Dual-Ended Contour and Bronzer Complexion Brush. Came in a little bag like this. And I purchased this brush because my favorite contour, cream contour, is the Huda Beauty one. That formula is so thin and blendable. It is just amazing. Compared to any other cream contours I've tried, that specific formula is the lightest, most blendable, easy to use contour. So I decided to pick this up to go along with that contour. It has a smaller end and then a larger end. I love dual-ended brushes. I never used to like dual-ended brushes because I would stack my brushes like this, but now I lay them down in a drawer. They're just so useful for me now because you get two brushes in one. I can get the job done quicker, and I'm just such a huge fan of dual-ended brushes now. So as soon as I saw this one, and I think it was like an Allure Best Winner for something, I wanted to pick it up, especially because I like the Huda Beauty cream contour so much. I thought this would go hand in hand with that. You would have also seen the KVD Vegan Beauty Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm in my recent trying new makeup. Picked up the shade Medium 45, which is not my self-tan foundation, so not right now. This is more of my winter shade for me, just if you guys are shade matching. This works for me best when I don't have too much color to my skin. So this is what the foundation looks like. You can see it applied on my skin, and a bunch of you were asking in my April favorites video what foundation I was wearing, and it was this one. As I said, I like how this looks initially on my skin. It's just the wear for me for this. I have foundations that look better wearing throughout the day. Doesn't look bad. I'm glad I have it, but it's not one of my top tier foundations in terms of longevity because it does settle and can cake up into my fine lines. But for filming photos for a good 6 hours maybe, this is really, really beautiful foundation. Also, before the sale, I ended up picking up the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand, the High Blush. And it is in the shade Pinkgasm. Looks like this. I love these highlight wands from Charlotte Tilbury. I like the contour, the highlight. These blushes are beautiful. And I initially picked this up because of the Vogue video with Madison Beer. And I told you guys that in my recommendations video. That is it on my hand, not swatched out. It does give a glow to the skin, so you don't even need to use a highlight when you use this. It blends out so beautifully, like blends into my skin so well. You really can't overdo it with this either, and it just gives the most beautiful glow to the skin. I think this must have been the thing you guys bought most from my recommendations, was this product. So I hope you guys are enjoying it because it is beautiful. I love it. I'm so happy I got it. I purchased it even before the sale because I wanted it that bad. I just hope you guys are enjoying it. It is a beautiful, beautiful color. It was sold out for the longest time because of Madison Beer's video. You couldn't get it anywhere. So if you do see it in stock now and you've been wanting it, it's definitely worth it. It's one of my favorite things from the whole box for sure. This is the last thing I picked up before the sale, and the rest is all sale stuff too. But I did get these Pat McGrath Hearts Love and Lust Gloss Duos, which you guys would have seen before. And I mentioned these in a favorites. I am in love with these, especially this color right here, Flesh 6. It is my perfect color. It kind of looks like what I have on my lips right now, which is Cashew from Tower 28. I'm just really into these rosy tone colors and then a nice pink to go with it. You can buy these in full size. The formula is incredible. As soon as I'm done these, I'm getting the full size because it is super buttery smooth. They smell incredible. Good pigmentation to it, like everything you could want in a gloss. So if you also see these in stock, it's a great way to try out the formula, plus they're super cute. And then back to the sale. It's never ending, I'm telling you. So I did get a fragrance. This is the KILIAN Love Don't Be Shy, and I just got the mini spray in this. I do have a dupe for this fragrance from Okcha, which is called Sweet Addict. And honestly, I can't really tell too much of a difference between it. I think the Okcha one might be a little less sweet than this, which I honestly prefer. So I like the dupe for it, but they do smell almost identical to me, at least my nose I can smell. And this is apparently what Rihanna wears and was voted the best smelling woman in the world. So I've always wanted to get the original of it, but I didn't want to spend $300+ on the full size because this is pricey. The KILIAN is pricey. And honestly, if I were to purchase this again, I would just get the Okcha for me personally because I don't really notice too much of a difference. But I'm happy to have this just for travel. It's a super, super sweet scent though. So if you're not into like super sweet scents, you're not gonna like this, but this I do like. And it's good for mixing too. Like if you just wanna spray a little bit of sweetness, if you have something a little too musky or floral, it's a great mixer as well. And then I have some repurchases. I got another of my MORPHE Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponges. This is my favorite sponge I've ever tried. There's a few things from MORPHE that I definitely think are worth it. Their lip liners, the sponge, and their spray are kind of my top picks from MORPHE. This being probably my number one. I always need this sponge on hand. It's my go-to. It's the perfect shape. It has a nice edge for contour and powder too. It's just my perfect sponge and it's super affordable. So I got another one of those, and then I picked up a backup of my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray because I'm almost done my other one, and this will be my third bottle of that. The only spray you'll ever need, honestly, that's my favorite. And then I also picked up a backup of the Beauty Blender Power Pocket Puff. You guys also went crazy for this, so I'm so glad you did because I got into using this and it has changed the game for how smooth my complexion looks when I apply powder to it. It's really a game changer for me, especially underneath the eyes for setting, and I'm so happy you guys like this too. I know a lot of you have been messaging me saying that you picked this up and really like it. So I did get another one because I always need this in rotation, and if one's dirty, then I can have it drying while I use the other one. So that's why I picked up a second one, just so that I can always have one on hand. And then I also got this hair mask from Olaplex. I feel like a lot of people got this too. Have yet to try this out. It's their new number 8 Bond Intense Moisture Mask. It's supposed to moisturize, smooth, add body and shine. It's for all hair types, and I have honestly liked everything I've tried from Olaplex, so I've wanted to pick this up just to test out, see if it's good as the other things. I think my favorite thing from Olaplex is their Bond Oil, but I'd have to think on that to see what is my favorite product from them. But I'm very excited to try that hair mask. And then the last thing I picked up was just to stock up my bathrooms for pads and tampons in the event we're ever able to have people over in our house again. In the event that ever happens for us, I have tampons and pads for them. That's just my life right now. And I've mentioned these before, but they are the tampons and pads from Bloom. I have unpackaged ones before if you want to see what they look like. I will link that video for you guys in the video if you want to go see what that looks like, but I don't want to open up more for my future guests. Okay, that wasn't the end. I have one thing here that didn't even fit in the box. We're not done yet. So this is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Gel Cream in the value size. As soon as a subscriber told me this was on the Sephora website, this was an order in and of itself. I had to pick this up because this is one of my favorite shower gels, and I was literally almost done my other one, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I should try something else. And then this came up and I'm like, well, that's fate to not. So I picked this up. I'm so happy they have the value size. They said it's limited edition. I hope they don't do that though, because they really need to keep these value sizes for people like me who love it in a jumbo. And I like the container. I love a pump in the shower. Like, that's the best sort of dispenser in a shower, is something with a pump. So I'm very happy to have that. And that is officially everything from my Sephora sale haul. I purchased one thing last night. I just remember now, it's just never ending. I got the Fenty body sauce in agave spice. So that I just wanted to put up a little photo because I'm not going to do a video just solely on that. But I did pick that up. That's coming in the mail. That was after the sale. But I wanted to mention it because it's been getting so much hype, and I want to try it out for you guys on camera. So as soon as that comes in, I will try it in one of my Try New Makeups. And that is officially everything for this video. It was long, I know. Very, very long. If you shop the sale, let me know what you picked up. I would love to know. I'm always so curious. Like, I've been watching everyone's Sephora hauls. I'm really interested in your guys' hauls. So leave a little list in the comments section of what you picked up, or maybe one product you're most excited for. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this haul video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out know what you guys want to see moving forward. If you have not subscribed already, because I know a few of you have not, I would love for you to do so. Join the fam, hit the subscribe button, the bell if you want to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next video.